All right, welcome back to Jonesycast. I'm Jonesy. This is the cast. Hey, basically what I do is go through subreddits like relationship advice, dating advice, etc., and do video responses. Please like and subscribe if you would like to like and subscribe. If you don't want to, that's cool too. Also, I'm doing a new thing. If you want a personalized video, send me a email to jonesycast@gmail.com and I'll reply online. So it'll be a public video, but it just means you get to kind of write what you want. Don't give me anything too long. I'm not going to respond to super crazy long ones. Okay, let's get into it. Relationship advice, Cool Beans 211 5 minutes ago. I'm 22 male, a kissless virgin. When the time comes, will women look down at me for it? The right ones won't. That's the answer. Video done. No. When I get an opportunity and tell them, will women look down at me for it? I know it's unusual. I've never had an opportunity, but I'm not bad looking. I've been told I'm good looking many times before. I'm 5'4" and very shy, however. Kind of envious of my male and female friends getting laid, and now I'm worried about what women will think of me. Just on that, man. You don't have to worry about what women will think of you. You only have to worry about what one woman will think of you, and that's the woman in front of you at the time. I've heard about a guy who was about to have sex with a woman. Then the woman asked if he was a virgin. He said yes, and she noped out because she didn't want to teach him how to have sex. Yeah, look, you make a fair point. I mean, I was a virgin once. I lost my virginity at 19. I'm 33 now. I lost it at 19 and it was with a young lady who was 18. And I grew up with her, and then I moved and she moved. And then I went down to a town near Melbourne where I live. And we had sex, and she was kind of happy to teach me the ropes, but she wasn't impressed with me. But it really depends what you want out of a relationship, man. Look, if what you're looking for is just sex, if you want to just get your sex credits, get your XP under your belt, get on Tinder or Bumble or Field or something. Get on one of these dating apps. And you're going to have failures. You're going to have embarrassing moments. You're going to have awkward moments as well. But we all do. Like, mate, I've had so many embarrassing and awkward moments. just wow. Like, wow, embarrassing, right? And so I wouldn't be too worried about getting rejected because some chick doesn't think you're good enough. Because if it happens, it happens. It doesn't mean that you are less of a man than you think you are now, right? I mean, when I was 28 and I lived in China, I lived there for 3 years. I lived there and I was on Tantan, which is the Chinese Tinder. And I met a girl who was 19 at the time. And she said to me, I want you to be the guy that takes my virginity. And I was like, fucking no. Because people have a tendency to remember and get emotionally attached to the person to whom they give their virginity, right? And there's a damn good reason for it. Because sex is such a powerful and intrinsically unifying experience, hopefully. Sometimes it's not, sometimes sexual assault and any degree of that changes and really kind of pathologizes the sexual identity of someone. But in your case, the reason that this chick in the last paragraph has said, no, I don't want to teach him how to have sex, is because she wanted sex. She didn't want a relationship. So I learned to have sex. So I had sex once at 19 and then once at 22. And then at 23, I met a girl who was 19. And she taught me how to have sex. She taught me how to have sex. She taught me how to make love, not just fuck, but make love, right? And then after that, when I broke up with her and ended up sleeping around and then going to China and then coming to Melbourne. I learned how to fuck. And then I got a girlfriend that I have now, and I relearned again how to make love, how to connect, right? So your sexual life will be individual to you, and it will not be, at least, like, look, man, you could tell me absolutely anything, and it will not surprise me. I would not shame you. You should not feel embarrassed to tell me that, because everyone is different and everyone comes to where they are through different ways and different means. I mean, I think what you may be nervous about is that they're going to reject you because of that. And that may happen. And look, it's probably going to happen if you go out on a date with a shallow chick. Just means she's a shallow chick, right? Having said that, there are some women out there that want to take your V-plate, son. They want to take you on a journey to get that virginity under their belt. It used to be a very male-dominated field, the virginity taking, in terms of how many virgins can I get under my belt. But now there's a lot of women out there, man, that are like, yeah, let me get some of this business, you know? So you're going to encounter different women on different ends of the spectrum, right? And you just need to be discriminating in how you approach those situations. The first thing I would decide is what you want out of a sexual relationship. Do you want casual sex? Do you want a relationship? Do you want one night stands, right? Once you've decided that, you can go forth into the breach and put yourself on the line, you know? I mean, I've never had the opportunity, but I'm not bad looking. Look, if you're a good looking dude, here's what I would do. I would approach it being like, okay, I know you're not going to believe this maybe because I'm 22, and don't say that you're handsome, but they're going to know that you're handsome because they're on a date with you. But you just go, I've never had sex. And they'll go, no, you're taking the piss. And then you go, no, seriously. Does that like make things awkward for you, or like does that change anything? I mean, there's a book, I can't remember his name, but it's there's a book called Never Split the Difference, and it's about how to negotiate. And one thing he says is, if you want to negotiate or have a conversation, what you need to do is get the things that they know that you will try to deny, the bad things about you, straight out in the open, right? Because what it does is it disarms them, right? This happens if you come home late from curfew and your parents are going off for you. Oh, you come home late from curfew. You're like, all right, I came home late and I'm sorry. You say it before they can say it, okay? So, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say it if you're in a Tinder conversation unless they bring it up. And never lie, always be honest, because they have to know what they're getting into. You owe them that. But, you know, you don't have to bring it up. And then if you're on a date, you can bring it up because they're already on a date. It doesn't mean you're trapping them, because this is part of who you are. Like, it's not as if you're trapping them and you have some ulterior motive to hurt them or anything. You're just being like, I haven't done what you may have done, and so I don't know what I'm doing. So also, another thing, don't take your sexual cues from porn. That will end badly, okay? So a lot of guys, what they do is they take their sexual cues and they bring things they see in porn into the bedroom with their missus or their mister, right? That's not a good idea, because porn is just concentrated sugar for your brain. So that's just unrealistic. Let's get that out of the way. What I would do is I would talk to different women, whether on the internet or not, whether anonymous or not, have a talk to different women about what they appreciated in the sexual experience with a man. Because you're dealing with a different generation. You're dealing with a generation of women who are used to guys that have brought porn into the bedroom, that are used to guys objectifying them more, that are used to guys being disconnected from them more, right? You're not dealing with the generation that I was dealing with, or my father was dealing with, or your father was dealing with, right? So, look, at the end of the day, man, I think you will be okay. You just have to understand and be okay with the fact that failure is a part of success, right? I hope this video helps, Matt, and I wish you all the best.